Hey, 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 what is up, my peeps? Because it's almost Easter. How you doing? It's Lisa from Forever Clean Soapworks. Long time. Haven't been on here. So, wanted to show you my giant Mamba Jamba roasting pan. Yeah, it's big. It holds 300 ounces of oil. That's a lot. I'm going to be making a ton of loofah soaps today. And I'm going to do 3, maybe 4 different kinds that I need to normally do hot process because the fragrance doesn't play well in cold process. So I drag out the big roaster, and that's what I start with. And I split it up as I go. Fragrance it, color it, slap it in the mold, go to the next one, scoop some out, fragrance, color, slap it in the mold until it's all used up. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. Here's the thing with this big old roasting pan. This thing cooks fast. I made a mistake on the first time I used it of cooking it on high, and literally 10 minutes it was burning. So now I cook it on lower than low. I cook it on warm, and it takes maybe 20 minutes. And it's ready. It's crazy how fast this thing cooks because it's super hot. Anyway, I'm going to get started. I have my goat milk in here. I don't have any lye in here yet. Just my goat milk and my oil. And I do that because I don't want my goat milk to scorch. So I put my goat milk right in my oil and then hit it with my handy dandy mixer, and it emulsifies it, and then I put my lye water in. So it's still a goat milk soap. It's just not 100% goat milk because that, like I said, it'll scorch it because it gets so hot. So I'm just gonna mix this up real quick. That's it. Can you see how it's all mixed in? Hold on. Oh, you think I could put that a little farther away? Alrighty. I'm going to put you on pause for a minute while I get my lye water, which is cooling a little bit. And we'll go on from there. Alright, I picked up my lye water. I had it cooling in front of a fan. I don't want it to be too hot because we'll get a volcano. And my oils were a little bit warm. I have a oil heater. I have 2 of them. And they the oils and butters, not the oils, the butters will solidify overnight. And so it's very thick, and I want it to be completely melted so that everything mixes well. So I left it a little bit too long. But it's okay. It's not too hot. No, it's not too hot. And my lye water is cool. Actually, I'll tell you how hot it is because I do have a thermometer. Temperature gun. 104. It's not hot at all. Okay. I mixed this up in one big container, and then I split it in 2 so that it'll cool faster. And I just sit it in front of the fan, and there it goes. Nice and cool. Always suit up for safety. Got my glasses because you don't want to lose your eyesight to a bunch of soap. That would just be crazy. Anyway, I'm going to pour in my lye water. Let me get every last bit out of here. Yeah, the edges get a little crusty when it sits for a while. That's okay. That tiny little bit is not going to matter. All right. Now, you only have to bring it to emulsification. You don't have to bring it to trace because you are hot processing it. Remember that. This does take a little bit because it's so big. It's big. There's a lot of oil. I have not even plugged it in yet or turned it on because it'll get hot fast. While you're mixing it, you can see where the lye water is because it'll mix in and you can tell where the oil is that hasn't mixed in yet. So yeah, it's easy to tell. Can you tell the difference? Can you see it? I hope you can see it from there. That's all you have to do, really. You don't need a trace. Just have to make sure it is all mixed in. And I think I did that. I'll move this over here because if you've watched any of my other videos with hot process, you know I don't ever use a lid. I want to keep that moisture in there. I'm going to plug it in right now. Unplug my mixer. I am going to set it to, let's see, we have min, which is minimum, and we have keep warm. I am going right in between there. We don't want it burning. And it does take a couple of these to get it covered. I always dip it in there. Never fails. Just one of those things. Don't think you gotta be perfect in soap making. You don't. Mistakes happen. Most of them are fixable. Let me tell you, I messed up on one of my recipes recently. I thought I had too much lye in my recipe. And it just occurred to me today that I messed it up. It happens. So I ran into my drying room, grabbed the soaps that I made, took them in the bathroom, wet my finger, rubbed it on the soap, tasted it. Yes, I tasted the soap. That's called the zap test. If it tingles and zaps your tongue, it is lye heavy. You need to rebatch it. Did not zap my tongue. You know what it tasted like? Soap. So now I can honestly say I know exactly what blueberry soap tastes like and what lemon lavender tastes like. Oh my gosh. Blech, it tastes like soap. But no zap. So I always have enough super fat in my recipes to cover any little bit of boo-boo on either measuring or I don't even want to. It's a mess how I got that one messed up. It was a new recipe. But anyway, it wasn't messed up that bad. It was a tiny bit over, but my super fat covered it. So all's good. and we did not zap. I'm going to put one more on here because it's kind of close to the edge, and this is going to flip up as it gets hot. So don't be scared to zap test your soap. You'll either get a zap or you'll get a soapy tongue. I got a soapy tongue. And yes, it's gross. Like the old days when Mom used to wash your mouth out with soap for saying bad words. I never got my mouth washed out with soap. I knew better. I saw my sister do it. So I didn't do it. Whew. Okay, this is on. Oh, I accidentally bumped it. It didn't get any higher than warm, but man, it gets hot fast. It really does. So I will keep an eye on this, and in the meantime, I am going to mix up my colors, and I will measure out my fragrances, some of them. So hold on 1 second here. Don't go anywhere. I gotta get a couple bowls. And we are going to do lilac, mango papaya, and satsuma for sure. I will probably have more soap batter that I can actually make just some regular soap with. Let me get these out of the way. My lye water buckets. I put my pegboard to good use. Actually, I could use some more pegs. I have a lot of things and it gets stuff out of your way. It is so cool. That pegboard was not my idea. It came with the building. And let me tell you, when I first rented this and walked in this room, I got dizzy because of all those dots. So my son's girlfriend, she's an artist. She painted a mural. This used to be my classroom, but I needed more space, so I moved in here, and now I get to look at this. And I get to use the pegboard, which is wonderful. I hang up my molds over there, some of my molds. I love it. I have a lot of things in there. It makes it very handy to have everything right here. I need one more bowl. I'm coming, I didn't leave. Okay. Now I had some leftover color. I don't have a lot, but I've got a little bit. I need some purples for my lilac. I am going to use, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show you. Alrighty. I only use Mad Micas for my colors. If you go down into the links in the description, you will see a link for my affiliate link for Mad Micas. The affiliate link, if you click on that and purchase anything within 24 hours, I get a small commission at no extra charge to you. Just a way to help out a soap maker. But I love Mad Micas. I'm going to use Tickle Pink, which is a neon color. You can use neons in soap. And Grape Knee High, and that will be my lilac color. What I do, I always mix colors with oil when I'm doing hot process. You don't need to when you do cold process, unless you're using white titanium dioxide because it'll leave speckles. Sometimes, depending on if you have water soluble or oil soluble. Or if you're using neons. Neons will leave speckles if you don't mix it in with oil first. So I always mix my colors with oil with hot process. Just moving stuff out of my way. Oh, wow. If I could remember things, I need oil to mix this. I don't use much, just enough to get a good mix going on. Not very much in there. And do I measure? Honestly, I don't. I just scoop some in there until it looks about right. I've been doing this a long time, so I know about what looks right. That's not bragging, that's just years and years of experience. It comes out a little different every time, but you know what? It's handmade soap. Should be a little different every time. Now, I like mixing the pink with the purple because lilacs aren't just dark purple. They have a pinky purple to them. Oh, so pretty. My handy dandy little mixer. Get one of these. It is actually, I think they call them a milk frother. But most of the places where you can get stuff like this, colors and soap supplies and whatever, they have these little mixers. $8, maybe. So good. Okay, you got to see this color. Can you see it? Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? That would be my lilac. So, put this here. Here's a trick. Oh man, I'm sorry about the camera going. I forgot I touched the table and it, I'm always leaning over it. Put your fragrance in your bowl and you won't forget to fragrance your soap. How do I know that? Well, experience again. What can I say? Okay, the mango papaya and the satsuma or sunny citrus both use orange, but I'll mix one with some of my neon that I already had mixed up, and then I can put a little bit of oil in here because this is almost gone, and then a little bit of yellow for one and a little bit of, I could even use red on that one. I have a little red left over, so they're both orange. They're just a little bit different, each one slightly different. Get a little oil for this because it got a little bit thick. This is old. This is an oops that we did a long time ago. And you see how it's thick, but mixes right in. And that way I can split that up and use it for 2 colors. Awesome. And let me grab another little container and smidge of yellow. Gonna use a little tennis ball breaker. They have the best names. They have the best names ever. Okay, this is some red I had mixed up. So I will pour a little bit of this in here. And just put a little bit of red in there. See if I can get that to mix in real well. I'm sure I can. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty. It's very thick. It's kind of a mango papaya look. Can you see it? That's pretty. Okay, where are we? There's our mango papaya. I got that. And I have red all over me. Put that back over here. This true red is a combination of 3 colors. Mad Mica's 3 colors. And it comes out the most beautiful red. Now this is going to be, I call it Sunny Citrus because it's not the same as the old Satsuma that I used to have. And I didn't want people to get confused. So I just call it Sunny Citrus. The dust. My goodness. Ooh, pretty. Yes, that is an orange. But the yellow tones down the orange, so it's not quite so bright. And once you get it in the soap, it's not super bright. All right. That will go with that. Now, should I add a little white? So the background will be our normal, it's kind of a, not beige, yellowy. It's just from the butters and like cocoa butter and shea butter and stuff. And then if I add white to it, then I have 3 tones to my colors. So yeah, there's that. So I'll add white. My white, titanium dioxide. Is over here somewhere. Now this, gotta tell you, in hot process, if you don't add it at the beginning when everything is liquid, it will leave streaks and speckles. However, it looks really cool. So I like it like that. I don't like it like that in my cold process because cold process is just a much smoother look. But I do like it in the hot process. I think it looks super cool. And just a tip, in cold, oh, itchy nose. In cold process, too much titanium dioxide will accelerate your trace. And again, how do I know that? Let me tell you. I've made that mistake one too many times. Doesn't do anything in hot process because your soap is already made. So you just got to know, you got to stir fast. Once you take it out of there and put it in a bowl and start mixing things in, it starts to cool down immediately. And that's where it gets thick, is when it starts to cool. So you just got to go fast. All right. I think that's it. I'm going to check one of my recipes. I'm going to leave this out because I recover in between everything. I'm going to check one of my recipes and get the exact amount that I need to make a batch of each one. I will have some left over. I have a lot left over. And I will probably just make just some loaves of soap. Yeah. And I'll probably do these as loaves. I don't know. Or I might just do some round soaps. I don't know. Gosh darn it. I am so sorry. Are you guys dizzy yet from me moving the table? I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to put you on pause while I look up my recipe and get my totals. And this is cooking. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm going to take you off the stand here. Gosh, I don't even know if you could see all the stuff I was making, but it's hard when it's just you were doing this stuff. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you can you see right around the edges how it's starting to cook. Starting to. I really don't want to turn it up too high. I can probably go a little, look where it's at. Literally. I'm going to go up to about there. Because it cooks fast. All right, we will see you in a little bit. Looks like we're ready. Now, I am going to do this in between customers, so I may have to run and put it on pause real quick. Okay, got my stuff all ready, and I need 48 ounces to make 10 to 12 loofah soaps. So, we got 48 ounces. I'm going to do my lilac first. You see how nice that looks? It's all done. Kind of looks like applesauce. Okay. Do this quick so I can recover it. Okay, let's see if I can do this without it. Oh, it's got a couple little holes in it, but I think it'll be all right. All right, add my fragrance. And my white titanium dioxide. I'm going to come over to that side so you can see everything. My loofahs. Let me grab some gloves because this stuff is hot. Hot, hot. Not worried about lye because it's all been saponified. Well, close to it. It is cooked, so it's definitely not raw active lye at the moment. So, you see how funky it looks? That'll change. The thing that lilac I use, whew, let me tell you, it is potent. It is the hardest thing to mix in without choking me. But it's the best smelling lilac ever. Here we go again. Whee! Sorry. Yeah, this is still pretty darn fluid. It's nice. Nice, nice. Make it getting in the mold really easy. I love these little cups from Mad Micah's because they're silicone. You can put your spatula right in there and get it all out. It's so cool. So cool. I got most of it out. And I'm going to mix it in just a smidge on the side here. I don't want the whole thing purple. Be similar to what an in the pot swirl would be like in cold process. All right, I think we're good. pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, this is how I do it. I slap it in there and I smush it. Some more in there and smush it. You gotta work quick because this is gonna start cooling down, and then it's very difficult to get your loofahs in there. Kind of leave it, and some of them I'll leave like a little hole in the center. You'll see. You will see why in a minute. Gets it down into the corners. Definitely what you want to do. When I scooped it out of there, it was a little more than 48 ounces. Doesn't matter. So I'll have a few extra lilac, then whatever other ones I'll do. Doesn't matter. Yes, it's hot. It's not so hot that I'm screaming in pain, but yes, it's hot. This is going to make just a little bit more than 12. And I do have more molds sitting right here, so I have to. Okay, so my video messed up. And you didn't get to see me put the loofahs in there. And I don't know why, it just out of the blue stopped working. But anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm going to do another one and you'll get to see it. I just put my soap batter in there. Going to add my fragrance. We're going to do mango papaya. Add a little bit of titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide. And there's my mango papaya. I'm coming over to that side. Alright. Get this mixed in real quick. It's already cooling down. That's the hardest part of doing hot process, is getting everything stirred in, colored, and in the mold before it gets too cool to work with. Now, I was going to put you over on my shelves over there so that this wouldn't happen with the bouncy thing, but then I'd have to yell, and you can't hear me very well. So I need something to hook up to that's closer, but that I'm not going to be moving around all the time. I'm so sorry. All right. Now I mix this in, but I don't mix it till it's totally white because I like the little stripies. Okay. Like I said, I like these things because it gets the color out really, really easy. Almost got it all out in one swipe. It's the little things, you know? And yes, that little bit of oil adds to the super fat. All right. Mixy, mixy. It's a pretty color. going? Oops. Oh, I could put some in there. I'm just gonna wait. Let's see if I got enough left over to put some extra in that one. I'm going to try and get this in here really fast before everything shuts down again. Get some more molds. I just want to show you how I put the loofahs in. Okay. So I'm going to, oh man, I'm going to put my color in. I am messing with that stupid phone so much that I forgot to put my color in. Oh my goodness. One of those videos. It's going to be great fun editing. It's always something, isn't it? Pretty soap. Okie dokie. Let's get some soap in the mold. I squish it in to try and make sure I get it all the way down on the bottoms. And before that shuts off again, I am going to show you how I put my loofahs in. And here we go. We grab a loofah. And I don't usually use my hand because it's usually too hot, but we've been messing with this and it's not too hot. Can you see the seeds? I don't know if you can see them. If there's one that has a lot of seeds, I will take them out. And all I do is grab scissors and I snip the little veins and they pop right out. And that's what it looks like. Drop it a couple times, make sure it gets down to all the edges. There you have it. I'm going to try to keep going before that shuts off. And I still don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my soap. Like I said, I will probably just make bar soap because I think I'm low on mango papaya. And I might be low on satsuma. Not positive, but we can always use it. Always, always. So that's the scoop on doing the big roasting pan. Lots of seeds in that one. Someone actually called me and asked me what those black things were. Now you know. They are seeds because these are gourds. They grow kind of like, look like a zucchini when, ooh, those seeds popped right out. They kind of look like zucchini when they're growing. Yes, it's hot. Even with gloves on, it's still hot. Ta-da! Now I have some over here open that I'm going to just put the last little bits, slinging it around. I should name the video Soap Slinging. That's what I do some days, man. You gotta work fast on this stuff. And no, I wouldn't reach in there and grab that soap with just my gloves on because that would be hot. Hot, hot. But this is cooled down enough after I've stirred and, you know. Right, 3 of them. Okie dokie. And that is how you do loofahs. And I'm going to stop the video here. Basically, you've seen me put hot process in regular molds, so nothing fancy there. But these will look a lot nicer once I take them out and I clean around the edges. They'll look a lot better. Make sure that's down in there. I think it is. Ta-da! There we go! These were the lilac ones. Ooh, they're warm on the bottom. Yes, they are. That was hot. Okay. These will go in the drying room overnight, and then I can pop them out. I could probably pop them out later because they cool really fast, but yeah, I'm just going to leave them. All right. We will see you next time, and I don't know what I'll do next time. I'll come up with something. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Click on that Mad Micah's link, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.